And this is a 1. And this is a 2. And this is a 3 as the game starts. Now, let's see if the game actually runs. As, the game might or might not run. You never know with how things work. So, if it works, great. If it doesn't work, we may have a problem. As far as problems goes. Well, for now there is just a pitch black screen. Which does not arguably fill me with confidence or joy. Something's happening! And we have the Twitch Studio overlay now. So basically now we can see stuff. Excellent. So. I can hear the music. I don't know if you also can. It's too loud or not loud enough. But, well, Twitch recently added a fun little feature in its own Twitch Studio thing. So now in the upper right corner, I have the Twitch overlay. So with just one monitor, I can now actually see if somebody's chatting. I don't need 2 different monitors. Or to use my cell phone to do that. So, it's there. It exists. Finally. So, with that being said, this is in alpha. I have no idea how the game works. I just know that indeed the main protagonist has the same exact voice as Henry from Kingdom Comes. So, difficulty, easy, medium, hard. We're gonna go with easy, because, I mean, it's an alpha, and I don't really want to risk it. Instructions. Greeting friends from warm and sunny Russia. The combat is a placeholder, alright? Most animations are made by hand, and it shows. It's still fairly empty, the graphics will be improved, save frequently and don't delete all saves. You may encounter game-breaking bugs. You can save during dialogue and combat. If you skip through dialogues, that can cause bugs. No, don't skip too much. The likelihood I noticed are too far from the starting point of the fight. Alright. So there's a bit of a bug, but again, it is an alpha, so we'll go with that. So, toggle walk on with shift, interaction is F, map is M, combat. Well, fast attack, left. Heavy attack, shift plus left, block is right, spacebar plus WASD is dodge, and pistol is the mouse wheel, while kick is the Q. Alright, settings, display resolution, this is window, and I want full screen. This was a bad idea. No, now it's better. This was actually a good idea. Everything on Epic. Sure, I guess my computer is gonna detonate. So, it's something like that. But English. Music is at max. Again, if music is too loud, tell me, and I'll settle it in a different way. And, I guess that's it. Control settings are what they are, so I guess let's get the game started and see how it ends. For us, at least. New game. Oh, well, difficulty picked again, apply, and off we go. The year is 1803. Cornet Alexander Obolensky, a freshly minted Imperial Secret Intelligence officer, and I have no idea what else was said down there. Guess we'll have to make do with what we have available right now.
The latest briefs.
And good morning to you as well.
All right, gentlemen. The time has come to figure out precisely what's going on in the Borderlands.
So the subtitles come before
The reports and rumors coming out of there are getting wilder by the day. Ghosts, men with the heads of wolves, satanic sacrifices, the dead rising from their graves, and no less than 5 sightings of the devil himself.
The last part is especially surprising, since Vlad hasn't been anywhere near those parts in almost a year.
I hope you're still as amused when I make you scrub the toilets all night.
So it's finally happened. The rabble has gone off the deep end.
Surely we're not going to waste our time on peasant superstitions.
Initially, we weren't.
Found some of them quite amusing, in fact.
However, recently we've been hearing far more insidious whispers. Some of the commoners have got it into their heads that all this is the result of the Emperor having lost God's favor, and that unless a change is made at the very top, we will all soon be overrun by demonic forces.
I see.
These matters have a way of getting out of hand if left unchecked, so we should put an end to this business as quickly as possible. You will ride for the province of Blagayask together, then split up. Vlad and Eugene will go to the city of Blagayask itself. Dmitri, Nick, and Alex, you will investigate the surrounding villages and homesteads.
Our orders?
Investigate the precise source of these rumors. Find the main agitators spreading them, and persuade them to stop.
Or kill them. Either way works for
Ah,
us.
so that's why he's
Any other
called Vlad.
questions?
I actually missed the question. Can the rumors be true? No, sir.
No, sir.
You ride immediately.
Yes, sir.
So,
All right, gentlemen. This is where we split up. Good luck.
that looks
You
like
too.
poorly drawn
What are you
letters
looking
on
at,
the
Alex?
ground. There's a chest over there!
I think I see something. Over there in the bushes.
What is it?
I think it's a chest. A chest? In the bushes? How did it get
Yes,
there?
it should be
Maybe it fell off a
Russia
wagon.
XP Mestres.
Then grew wings and flew up that hill.
Let's
Hey.
have a look.
Also, yeah, I've with the Twitch overlay activated in the upper right. I don't need to look at my cell phone anymore.
It's
as
locked.
long as I
Maybe there's a
catch
key nearby.
Finding a
the
chest in
message
the
as it
middle of
comes
nowhere
by.
is unlikely enough. If we were to find the key to it as well, that would defy credulity entirely.
Oh, you're the
And why the hell do
fourth
we
wall
even need a
breaker,
key?
aren't you?
It's a chest, not a vault. Let's just break it open.
What? Who's whistling? Why are you whistling?
Sorry. Something inside. Looks like a sword.
So there's a
That's it? One sword?
Who would use a whole chest to store a single sword?
Are they kind of making
And why would they
fun
just
of
leave
the
it out here in the
RPG genre?
wilds?
It feels right for some reason. But just think for a moment how utterly preposterous this is.
I am a little like I'm picking the sword up. I mean, I know this is kind of like a meta thing, you know.
What are you doing?
I'm taking the sword.
What for? You have a sword.
Maybe it's better than the one I have.
Better how? A sword is a sword. They're all more or less the same, except the one you have is clean and sharp, and this one is old, rusty, and covered in God knows what.
The blood of the enemy. Maybe I can sell it.
Maybe I can sell it.
Sell it to whom? Who would buy a rusty old sword you
I
found in
guess
the
this
bushes?
is the way the game tells you.
And why would you want to? You know we get paid a salary by the service, right?
Did you already blow all your money? Gambling problem? Women? What's going on, kid?
If you need a little loan till the end of the month, you let me know. But peddling junk is a disgrace to the uniform. If someone sees you, will be a laughingstock.
I guess this is the way the game, in a kind of meta fourth wall perspective, tells you that this is not going to be like a classic RPG game. So do not open random chests for loot inside. You know?
What if it's not junk? What if it's a magic sword? A legacy of an ancient empire? A sword we'll need to defeat...
All right, you gotta lay off the sauce, kid. I'll tell them not to pour you so much at the next tavern. Drop that hunk of junk and let's go.
Yeah, I guess it's basically a way of telling you, look,
Magic sword. Your magic sword is in your trousers.
Shut it, Dmitri. It's not the sword, it's the hand that wields it. I said shut the fuck up.
yeah, so basically, way the world goes. Not expect fantasy stuff inside the chest. I guess there's going to be some gallow humors of sorts. And, well. So, the overlay shows words, it does not show icons, Mestres. So, like, I have both my cell phone on, connected to the chat, and the overlay. I see the icon in the phone, I do not see it in the overlay. That's another interesting thing to know. So, like, if you write something down, I will see it in the screen. Icons instead are not shown. I don't know why. I guess we still have to fix that. Or maybe it's just the game that... Ah, no, sorry, Masters, it's different. It's not that I'm not seeing it, it's that the game literally stopped working. It's like, I'm stuck. The game literally stopped working. That's why. The screen is frozen in the loading thing. Oh, well, it is on alpha, so that's to be expected. But, like, game? Game, are you alive? Ah, now you are alive. So I just have to push the Windows button to get out and back in, I guess. Hello, peasants.
Imperial Guard! We're saved!
Emperor watches
The
over you.
Emperor himself sent him here to save us from these horrors.
Nay,
look-
you fool. Wasn't you listening? That tyrant doesn't care about us one whit. They must be spirits. Demons come to hurt the lady.
What do you have against
All right,
us?
what have we here?
They look so real.
No
We
touching.
are real, idiot. Now get your hands away from me before I cut them off.
You will not touch the lady. We'll give our lives for her, to the man.
I don't even know who the lady is or who are you. Like, what
Must
lady?
be some lady.
What's
That's,
it to you?
that's not what I was asking.
You are after her. Die, foul spirits!
That was not the thing. I literally was not. All right, so yeah, no, wait.
Not fast enough!
Wait. I have no idea what's going on. The mouse movement is. I hope I have infinite life. The mouse movement is absolutely. They just block somehow. Am I moving back?
Your turn!
Listen, yeah. I am. This is traumatic. Am I missing about I guess I Come on, my allies. Do the job for me, because I have no idea what's going on. What is this? Not enough energy? I even have energy. Oh. Let me shoot with a gun. I am literally missing the attacks.
Oh, that was unexpected.
That was
What will
terrible.
possess a commoner to attack
I mean,
Imperial Guardsmen?
It is an alpha. It
They did
is
not
an
seem right in
alpha,
the head.
But that was absolutely
Possessed may be the right word.
terrible.
Don't be ridiculous.
Like,
Possessed or not, they were raving about demons and spirits. And some lady.
yeah, I saw
Here's
that.
the reports were
But
not
like,
exaggerated.
I tried to hit
The locals
them
really
and
have
I
lost
just
it.
missed.
What now?
Mount up
Like,
and on to the village.
I guess like the combat here, I understand it's in an incredible alpha state and you know the mouse movements needs to be fixed. You know what? All of this in epic, I'm gonna move everything to medium, just so because I wanna see if it's because it's kind of fake crashing or just because it likes. Alright, so now everything is in medium. Ah, now it's smoother. Yeah, no, it was that. Then I guess now it should be better. That guy faking
Lead the
me.
way, Alex.
What? Why me? I thought you were in charge.
That's your first mission with us.
How do I
Therefore, we have to
get
assess your
a F
abilities.
plus F interaction?
And that includes your judgment. So,
I mean, I'm
lead the
still
way.
lagging.
And don't worry. If you try to do something too stupid, we'll let you know.
So,
thanks.
At your service.
wait. So the horse moves with the mouse and with the arrow key. So I cannot literally look around without actually moving the horse in that direction. Also, horsey, this shift. Yeah, it was shift. Yeah, this gives me Kingdom Come Deliverance vibes. I mean, large forests. And I see. So, here's the thing. If you keep pushing W and you move the mouse, notice, the horse moves in the direction of the thing. However, if you don't push W, just shift, the horse keeps running straight
What if I fail your
forwardly.
test?
Don't worry. We know exactly how to deal with people who have seen too much. In fact, that's one of our specialities.
Wonderful.
You shouldn't complain.
Fear me.
You're lucky that you have us evaluating you. The guys I had,
Kingdom Comes, Masters.
Andre
I mean,
and
it's
Yuri,
a nice
which
game.
one was the bigger
if-
hard ass?
if,
When
you
I
know what
suggested
to
we
do and
rest
how to
after 3
survive the
straight
start
days on the road,
parts.
Yuri called me a pussy and said a bitch like me would never make it.
Sure sounds
what?
like him.
And when I
Love,
finally dozed off in the
like-
saddle on the 4th day, Andre smacked me in the head so hard I fell off my horse.
So, something
sound
tells me
charming.
this game is
Can't
a
wait
man
to
for
meet
an
them.
mature
I wouldn't be in a
audience.
hurry
Well,
if I were you.
Where are
everybody's
they
an
now?
adult here, isn't it?
Killed in action.
And I think should be fine. Yeah, I mean, the forest is great. Forest looks nice. Everything in medium looks fun and nice. Horse galloping and whatnot also. Greetings, citizens.
Halt! Who goes there?
Listen,
Pox upon your half-wit. Can't you see these Imperial Guards?
yeah, we've already
Forgive
killed
the fool,
people
my
like
lords.
you.
Welcome to Ayleswood.
Yeah, let's keep it
Who is in
that way.
charge here?
Our alderman lives in the third house on the left.
Thank you.
The third house on the left. You know, this wasn't so difficult, was it?
Imperial Guard.
Yes, we are the
Imperial
Imperial
officers.
Guard.
Long live His Imperial Majesty.
Like 1, 2, and 3. I guess it's this one on the left. Hello, peasant. You must be the Elderman and have to dismount. Why are you running away? I wish to murder you. Well, I wish to talk to you. I guess no. I guess.
The Emperor's men.
God bless you, my lords.
I mean, that was the third house, wasn't it?
Go.
God bless His Imperial Majesty.
This is the fourth house. And I'm dismounting automatically.
Quick, woman. Bread, salt, and victuals. My lords, I am Osip, the village alderman. To what do we owe
You
the
have
honor?
failed to pay the
We've heard some
imperial
interesting
tithe
tales
to the
about
god
these
emperor
parts.
of mankind.
Put it mildly.
Good Lord be praised. I knew His Majesty would not leave us to
Is
these
he
evil
Italian?
spirits.
He's just
Oh,
relating wildly.
thank you, my lords. Thank ye. I thought we were goners for sure.
Listen. Get to the point where here to help. Ha! We are the Imperial Guard and we are here to help.
Calm down. We're here to help. Tell us what's going on here.
Oh, please, have a seat. It's as if hell itself opened up, my lord. There's wicked beasts prowling the countryside, digging up graves and raising the dead to walk again. Men possessed by infernal spirits are a common sight round our peaceful village, and that evil witch. Oh, God, have mercy on us sinners. The end times are upon us, I swear it.
Please, my lords, I hope you won't scorn what little we've got.
Not at all. Thank you for your hospitality.
Ah, yes.
You honour us,
Bread
my
and
lords.
salt and victuals. What the hell are victuals anyway? Like, are victuals some kind of fruit? So, the bandits, the witch, the
We were
beast.
attacked by some strange brigands just outside your village. Do you know who they were?
Aye, my lord. Ordinary men they were until recently, but now their minds are gone, taken by demonic powers.
Right. Are they from around here?
But nay, my lord, they are passers-by bedevilled by that infernal witch. Took their minds, she has. Now they loiter around our village, steal our crops and livestock and harass our girls. Our boys had to take up arms to keep them at bay.
What, the pitchforks?
Strangely mundane activity for demonic powers.
The
to engage
wooden
in.
pitchforks?
They yelled about protecting some lady. Is that the witch you spoke of?
Aye, my lord, but no lady she is. A sorceress most wicked.
Tell us about
Tell
the
us about
witch.
this witch of yours.
Oh, that whore's behind all our misfortunes. I just knows it.
You shush it.
Tis so.
I already
She
know
was
where
once
it's going.
just an old woman, our healer. She lived in that house on the hill or yonder since I was a little boy. She kept to herself mostly, but she never harmed nobody. We'd go to her when we were sick, and she gives us herbs and brews. But one day this spring, she disappeared without a trace. Gone for 2 moons she was.
Making a pact with the devil, no doubt.
Is this story going somewhere?
Aye, my lord. A fortnight ago, she comes back, but she was changed.
How so?
Her hair. 'Twas once thin and grey, but it became lush and dark as the night itself. Her face. Her eyes are the same. Blue as the clear sky, but her face is now that of a young lass. And her breasts, once old and saggy,
Ah,
now they
yes,
are
because this
supple
is
and
what we
large
care
like-
about.
Why was you looking at her breast, you old pervert?
Ah,
Oh, you daft wench! Because she bewitched
yes,
me!
sure.
I'm a God-fearing man, my lords, but she's turned me mind to evil
Uh-huh.
thoughts, she has.
Oh, ye and every other man in the village, not to mention her wicked servants. The devil's whore she is, my lords, I swears it.
I have a feeling some people like there's an old song from De André about the dangers of old women when they spite a young one. Like, has the witch helped
Has the
anyone?
witch actually harmed anyone in the village?
Aye, my lord, she tried. She tried, but we wouldn't let her. The day after she reappeared, she came down from her hill to the village square to work her foul magic. Oh, menfolk, they grew weak at the sight of her. She was charming them with her evil powers, she was, trying to take their minds for her own. But us womenfolk, we stood our ground. We told her that the devil's whore is not welcome, dear, amongst God-fearing folk. She tried to protest, but we wouldn't listen to her lies. We drove her away with the Holy Cross, we did, and sticks and stones for good measure.
I guess the latter
Our
part
menfolk
worked better than the
complained
former.
at first, said she was a nice girl even, but we opened their eyes to her devilry, we did, and slowly their minds came back to home and family, where they belong.
Get to the part where she
Hestus,
hurts
why
him.
are you sad?
Aye, my lord.
I,
Some travellers came passing through the village later that day.
We warned them about the evil whore on the hill, but instead of avoiding her like God-fearing folk should, for some reason they went to visit her.
yeah, who would think that?
That's when she took their minds, she did, and turned them to her wicked purpose.
You all need the God Emperor in your
Those
life.
beasts you mentioned. Tell us more.
Aye, my lord. It began about a moon ago. One night, we heard strange like sounds coming from the woods.
Woods at night are always full of strange noises.
Yeah, like,
No,
wolves.
Lord. These were screams. Inhuman, piercing screams. Myself and some of the boys from the village, we crept up there to take a look, we did, and we saw wicked beasts. They walked as men, but they had the heads of wolves, with great red eyes, burning with the fires of hell, led by a great big one they were, tall as 3 men it was, and it had horns. Giant, wicked horns. Come to think of it, my lords, 'twas no mere beast, but the devil himself. Of that I'm certain. He looked at me with his evil eye, and that's...
That's enough. Go back to the beginning.
Huh? What's that?
This time, keeping in mind that lying to an Imperial officer is a capital offence.
Capital, my lord? As in where his majesty lives?
As in, if you lie to us again, we'll hang you.
Oh, beg mercy, my lord, I did.
Did you see this devil or not?
It's... Nay, my lord. But the rest be true.
You saw men with heads of wolves.
Lord Almighty, strike me down if I'm lying. We saw 'em, and then we ran. We ran for our lives.
I mean,
Was there anything else?
Aye, the village cemetery near the woods. A week ago, something dug up some of the graves at night.
Did they take anything?
The bones that was resting there. We found the graves empty.
no, we even have grave robbers.
Could it have been grave robbers?
Robbers? We's poor folk, we are. We don't bury our dead with naught of value.
And what would a robber want with bones? Nay, my lord, 'tis demons from hell it is, raising the dead for their evil purpose. I just knows it.
Yeah, sure. Ooh, Oh, I have to ask this, otherwise there are rumors.
One more question. We've heard there are people in these parts
Yeah,
who think the
exactly.
Emperor is to blame for all these events.
Who's spreading that?
Good Lord have mercy. No man here would ever say such a thing. We love the Emperor as we do our father, one and all.
Do you, truly?
Aye, my lord. You'll not hear such talk in this village.
But if I come back and I hear that you have lied to me, the God Emperor will be displeased.
But you have heard such talk elsewhere.
Have mercy, my lord. We's God-fearing folk we are. We know better than
Yeah,
that.
you haven't answered. You literally haven't answered.
All right. Thank you for the information. We'll see if we can work out what's going on here.
Clean and feed our horses in the meantime.
Oh, yes,
Aye,
please.
my lords.
Handle our horses.
God be with you.
Are we literally leaving our horses to them? Seriously. No, but really. We're leaving our only mean of transportation to them. I guess.
Well then, the last time I heard such tales was from my grandmother when I was a little boy.
Oh.
There has to be something behind them, though. Clearly he's exaggerating, but I doubt he made up everything.
We've already seen the bandits. And the empty grave should be easy enough to verify.
I'm more interested in that witch. She's even remotely close to the description.
Ah,
I'd love to take a look.
Henry.
Figures. Lead the way, Alex.
I mean, Mestres, considering how the graphics are, if somebody's looking to somebody else funny, I don't think that fits as a point, as a plot point, you know? Hello, old man. Such fine masters. You know, that's useless. So,
Gentlemen, I require your
oh, look,
assistance.
a quest. Ah, did you see this? Like, Mestres, are you seeing this? There's like, oh, there's a question mark. Sorry, an exclamation mark. Like, depending on how you look at it, it's like, oh, I have a quest for you. Thrift before fun. Exclamation mark. Hello?
What's the matter?
I'm a merchant, stranded in this village because my cart has a broken wheel. Perhaps you can help me.
We want a
What would you have
miracle.
us do?
I need you to gather 15 wolf pelts, 30 bars of iron, and 50 bouquets of wild flowers.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm gonna...
How exactly would those items help with your cart?
And surely you can just hire some of the locals instead.
Don't think too hard about this, gentlemen. Will you gather the items or not?
Are you out of your mind, man? Do we look like we have nothing
Yeah,
better
no,
to do
this
with our
game
time?
is poking fun at everything like that.
We don't have time for this nonsense.
Well, if you'd like to save time, perhaps you can just give me some money instead. This way you'll still get the reward, but you won't have to do anything for it.
You've got some nerve.
And you don't look like you're hard up for money at all.
Oh, I'm not. In fact, I'm obscenely wealthy. But I could always use more. May I interest you in some armor for your horse? Or a different color uniform? Perhaps you'd like to see me in my underwear.
What's going on
I'm not
here?
a proud man, my lords. I'll literally do anything for money.
Let's go before I do something I regret.
Why? Why does this creature exist? Why is it here?
Wait! What about an orange sword? It's orange,
Because
my
it's
lords!
legendary.
Orange!
Like, I mean, welcome to fake fantasy Russia, where things are grim and dour, and when there's thrift before fun. Like, I'm gonna head out. Like, I'm gonna be like, yeah, no, thank you very much. Very nice, goodbye, see you never. I guess. Again. So I think the game is kind of very heavily telling us not to expect this to be a The Witcher free game or something like that. Just a... Oh, well, M is the map. So we can go up here or we can go here. I guess this may be the cemetery and this may be the witch. So this is the way to the cemetery. So we're gonna start with the dead. Hello, young man. Holding the ground with your mighty wooden pitchfork. And why is his hair so gelled? Like, you're not a peasant. You're like a model for some kind of, you know, underwear line. Like, what the hell are you doing here, Jalib? Like, gel-haired man. Anyway, yes, it's like, don't expect this game to be like Kingdom Come with quests, or like The Witcher 3 with gear leveling up. Just play the game, I guess. Or maybe that stuff's gonna be put in later on. I don't know. I don't expect this to make much sense, so I'm just gonna go with it. This looks like a fun marsh puddle, and that's the cemetery.
Well, I'll be. Someone has been digging up the graves.
Could be wolves.
The brigands?
Can't rule it out. They certainly seemed
Could
crazy
literally
enough.
be wolves, you know?
I don't see any evidence of Wolfman.
Could literally be
Does
the
that
wolves.
surprise you?
Third
That
time I'm
grave
saying
over
this.
there. It's fresh.
The alderman didn't mention any recent deaths in the village.
No, he didn't.
Also, like, nobody gonna, like, how do you know the grave is fresh? How would you know this is a fresh grave? Not like the ground changes color depending on how old the grave is. Or does it? Like, hello? Nope, nobody in there. Hello? Nope, that's empty. Hello? Empty again. It does, like, but I mean, it doesn't flatten by itself, does it now? Like, if you've got it already up, it stays, like, once you've... You don't need all of that stone on top of it. Hello? Anybody here? Nope. Nope. Well, alright. I guess they're all empty. And, ooh. Nope. So, we're just gonna head back, I guess. Shift is... shift is, you don't have to keep pushing it. Oh well, I'll take your word for it, Masters. So you cannot jump in this game. Yep, no bunny jumping. I guess we're walking back, because, I mean, objectives. We need to talk to him again. Like, who died recently in your village, barring the group of bandits we just killed coming in, and, who did you bury? He'll be, oh, my lord, we have no idea, blessed be the god emperor of mankind. And will be well drat. So, you two ladies are just, it'll be your own fault. Does not send pestilence for no reason. And, that it? That's literally all you're gonna say. Oh, alright. Now then, it's all your fault. And what if I go in here? Greetings, you two. Come on, show me. Show me what? Give me beer, I'll tell me there. Show what? Tell us, children, what is this side quest you refuse to give us? I guess we'll find out later. Maybe. I mean... What is he hiding? Is it the kid? It's always the butler, and if there's no butler, it's always the kid. That's, deduction 101. So... Elderman? We've got words to have with you. Tell us. Reveal your secrets. Whom has died, and why did you not tell us?
My lords, I am at your service.
Yeah?
Was there a recent death in the village?
Nay, my lord. Why do you ask?
Why is there a freshly dug grave in the cemetery then?
Oh, aye, my lord. There was a death, but 'twas not in the village. One of our boys, the beasts tore into pieces they did, near the Old Monastery, south of here. Some men from there brought us his body a few days ago.
I know the place. A few hours' ride from here.
Why didn't you mention that to us earlier?
I was afeard to commit a capital crime, my lords. I took your warning to heart.
Why, to lie?
We warned you against telling us tall tales. Hard facts are something else entirely.
Beg pardon, my lord. I was a simple man. I didn't know.
Do you know anything about his death?
Only that it must have been the beasts. No mortal man has that sort of wicked strength.
Or, you know, they could have just
That's it for now.
chopped him
Goodbye.
up
God be with you.
and then left him there. Like, oh, where's me horsey? Are you telling me I cannot get on the horse and I just, I have to walk? Alright then. Let's,
Torn to shreds by beasts. We need to examine that corpse.
You two. Grab a shovel and follow us to the cemetery.
But, my lord, there's wicked beasts there is.
That was an order, not a request.
Also, we have swords.
Aye, my lord.
The smell.
All right. Let's try to figure out what happened to him. Not exactly torn to shreds, but still. Both arms and one leg separated from his body. The other leg is severely dislocated.
The alderman spoke true, my lord. No man could have done this. Only a beast of such strength.
Or they could have
What do you
just
think,
done
Alex?
it after he died. His limbs were ripped off, not cut
The
off.
soft tissue around his joints is torn and shredded.
Ah, now
His limbs
that's
were ripped
different.
off, not cut.
Takes a lot of force to rip a man's arms and legs off.
Unless they used horses.
We know there's no such thing as beasts or monsters. There must be a logical
Or they
explanation.
tortured him.
I hope to God there is.
Look at his face.
Covered in bruises, missing teeth.
Did you know him?
Aye, my lord. He was from our village. Disappeared about a moon ago, I reckon.
1 month
He
ago?
clearly hasn't been dead for that long.
Aye, my lord. They found him 4 days ago, they did.
Where has he been for that past month?
The beasts had him, my lord.
None in the village know what they've wanted with him.
I mean, I guess
Right.
they
Did he have any enemies?
would have tortured him.
Enemies? Nay, my lord. He was a quiet boy. Never was in no trouble.
But he knew a
And yet
deep,
someone roughed him up
unsettling
pretty well.
secret. Otherwise,
He was beaten severely before his death. By men, I'd wager.
Look closely at his wrists and ankles.
yeah.
Fresh scars.
Rope burns.
Someone must
Yeah.
have tied him down.
Ooh, wasn't there that kind of torture device where they just spin the wheel? Anything in your
Pockets
pockets.
are empty.
Maybe he was robbed.
And then tortured? I mean, that gets...
Something's in his boot.
Boy.
Interesting. Piece of paper. With scribbles.
What does it say?
I can't make any sense of it.
Unlikely that he was literate. Whatever he scribbled on there made sense only to him.
If that. But certainly peasant scribbles are of no interest to us.
You never know.
So what do you think happened to him?
Also, why is my
You
head
tell us.
shining like a golden beacon of hope? Oh, look! He was quartered by horses. There's also that option. That's nice. He was tied down in a rob. He was killed by a monster. He was killed by a man. He was quartered by
Limbs
horses.
torn from his body. Rope burns on his wrists and ankles.
Ah,
It's
I
true.
like it when the game
No
gives you
man
an
has
option
such
that makes sense.
But a horse does.
Very good, Alex. I'm impressed.
But, my lord, why would a horse wish to kill a man?
Perhaps he was mistreating it, he was.
You two need to
Aye.
go back to your
Or maybe he
homes
didn't
and
feed
study
her
your
proper
Bible.
and she got hungry.
Someone tied his arms and legs to horses using ropes. And then had him quartered.
Why? We didn't think of that, my lord.
Yeah, I
Shocking.
expect...
We've seen enough. Bury him again.
Aye, my lord.
Alright. So, talk to the witch over here behind the village, investigate the village cemetery. I already do that. So, I guess now we have to talk to the witch.
Brutal way to die.
Who could have done that to him? And why?
Certainly not Imperial men. At least not in any official capacity. This sort of punishment is no longer practiced in the Empire. Not even for high treason.
Maybe it was personal.
A dagger in the back, a poisoned drink, an axe to the head at most. That's how one gets rid of a personal enemy. But to have a man quartered? What the hell is going on in those homesteads?
I take it that's our next stop?
First, I'd like to have a look at that witch.
Let's go talk to the witch then. I swear, if we have to end up backtracking because the game has an invisible forest wall, but the game has an invisible forest wall. I am seeing it. That's the invisible forest wall. Game. But at least the developers understood that we would be cutting it, and so they opened a path for us. They were like, I know people are gonna go through there, so let's make a path that leads them to the actual road they have to take. Now, this is smart design.
Fuck your mother! What a fool you are!
Why am I a fool?
Why? Who flipped over the cart with all the pots on it? Probably got sauced like a pig last night again.
I had a little. So what?
So what? Pick 'em up!
Why me?
Because you're the one who flipped the cart over, damn you!
How is it my fault? 'Tis all because of the sauce.
Yeah, no, this is very...
Because of the sauce. What are you going to tell the alderman? He'll have you whipped, he will. And me along with you.
I'm like... Yeah, seems like... I mean, I guess they're broken. Also, look at their hair. It shines. They're all super Saiyans. Then you get back up here and suddenly the hair is back to normal. But, so they call the beer the sauce. I wouldn't know why they do that, but... Fellows, what are you doing in the middle of a forest? Don't you know there's wolf beasts? The masters will show them what's what. Why do we need the masters for? I could teach them a lesson myself, but my man told me not to. Keep your empty boasts to yourself. Alrighty. We'll just keep staying out here as bait. The work of a ravenous wolperting. Could be. Could be the work of anything, really. So, heading for the witch we are. The wicked witch.
According to the Elderman, the witch's house should be up this hill.
I wonder if there's going to be a trail of breadcrumbs.
We'll find out soon enough.
The alderman painted quite the picture of this witch. Lush black hair and large, supple breasts. Sounds like my kind of foul magic.
Aren't you worried?
About what?
Be
As
nice.
she might turn you into a frog.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Be
That'll be
nice,
alright.
Henry.
Besides, all you'd need to do is take me to a princess and have her give me a kiss.
That only works if it's true love.
What's not to love?
Right. Still, I think I'd rather keep you in my pond as a pet.
Glad to know I can count on you.
Don't worry.
Actually, no.
I'll feed you nothing but the finest flies and mosquitoes in the Empire.
Friend indeed.
I am heading to the witch atop the hill. Though I could add haste and see, like, because they did mention that while the map is pretty much empty, there are a few Easter eggs. But no, there's an invisible wall, so nope. I'm gonna keep following the main path. Because, sounds like a better thing. Also, I should save. Because I haven't saved until now, and they did suggest to save regularly. And now as I save, the game probably crashes, and then I realize I made a terrible mistake. Because if I hadn't saved, everything would have been better. Why must you hurt me so? I just pushed the button! Yes, exactly. So the game is made in Unreal. Ah, there we go. So basically, if you notice at any time that the game lags and you want to play the alpha for yourself, just push the window button. And it will bring you back to the main screen, and the game, I think, will update. And so you will keep on playing. Could be Finsterbaum. I mean, the Emperor welcomes us all. Also... Ah, yeah, I saved and the game decided to crash the moment I saved. Well, I guess that's a good thing, because, I mean, I can just play it again. I have precognition powers. I can see the future. The future is mine. I can see it as it comes. I can see the game as it crashes, and can predict when it happens. And just save 5 seconds before it does. Oh boy. The Emperor Zone. I mean, I guess eventually this game is gonna be similar to Kingdom Come, but with less anti-historic or historic. So yeah, no, if you push the save or load button, then you kind of have to push the Windows button to get out and back in the main screen. And that kind of updates the stuff. But this seems like a silly thing, game. Because, like, the game kind of freezes. Then I push the window button, I go out. And no. The game has decided not to cooperate. I just want to load the latest save game. It's in alpha. We need to remember the game is in alpha. It's, I'm gonna close you again. I'm gonna try. No, apparently not. Very well then. Task manager it is. Very well. So, and now let's try once more. So, let's give it a moment. Because, again, the game is in alpha. They suggest taking stuff nice and easy. Very calm. So, we will be calm. We'll just let the game kind of... We'll let the game breathe. You know, just take a deep breath. Have fun. Click on the instructions just to warm it up. And then I'll be like, now game, listen, I want to load. I clicked. Now I'm gonna wait. Like, I pushed the load button. The music is still playing, so that's a plus. But it hasn't loaded yet. Come on, game. I believe in you. Somewhat. Alright. So it was just a matter of waiting. So we have a village one. Wait, it goes downwards, I guess. So, like, a village... Yeah, it's this one. And then... Load. Just take it easy, game. Fatal error. Perfect. So, literally, that save state was corrupted. Let's see the previous one, then. So, very calmly, very peacefully, the game is still in alpha. And I'm like, damn you, game. I had saved before the crash, and you decided to corrupt my save. Damn you. You outsmarted me, you foul psycho warp. Demonic influenced creature. So, once more. I mean, I get it, Mestres. I was like, well, I mean, if it has corrupted the last save, then I guess it's fine. We kind of put it up as a shield against the previous one yet. So maybe we haven't lost that much. Now we just have to wait peacefully. Not touching anything. Alright. Wait, what? Why is this save? This isn't my save. I just noticed. Why are these saves like this? Are these the developer saves? Did they just... I mean, is this the developer who left the save? Yeah, I haven't played this game before. See, 4/11/2020. Like... I mean... You know what? I'm gonna load this. I think the developers put save states in place so someone could actually play the game at specific points. Wait. What is this?
Rumors
A
are
nearby...
one thing, but that certainly wasn't the welcome I expected.
It's not that surprising. Imperial control over these lands has always been strenuous at
Wait
best.
a moment.
The people out here are nominally subject to the Emperor, but they have always had an independent streak. Multiple rebellions and uprisings have started right in these homesteads. I'm sure you've read about the more notable ones in history books.
I have, although they mostly glamorize the commanders that crushed the rebels, without going into detail about what caused them to rebel in the first place.
You're in luck. You have the opportunity to ask them in person.
And who knows? They may even tell you before they cut your throat.
Can they be reasoned with?
We are the Emperor's men, Alex. His enemies are our enemies. That's all there is to it.
I see. So I guess that basically this thing is just a way of showcasing aspects of the game. Like the vast fields, stuff like that. And so they're kind of like stuck in places, and you just pick and choose the ones to play. Now I get it. Well,
Whoa!
that's the case. Let's see. So if I were to load the village one, we'd be back at the village. And if I guess if I load another one, we'd be in a different map. Let's see if my hunch is correct. Let's see if my great genius hunch is correct. As soon as we take a time to welcome the... Alright. Yeah, and then basically I guess the village is like 26 minutes between the village and the homestead. And then I guess after the homestead you head for the lumber camp. And then for the forest. I see. The pity this save here is corrupted. I mean, unless I want to pick this one. But this one seems to be the finishing of the end of the village, or the beginning. So let's see if I'm right. So this save should be us just arriving in the village. Because then hopefully we can just go and do the witch one. Just to, you know, finish, air quote, the starting thing. Point I'm curious about the witch. Witchy, witchy. Ah, see? Just finished the fight. And so we're heading inside.
Lead the way, Alex.
What? Why me? I thought you were in charge.
That's your first mission with us. Therefore, we have to assess your abilities, and that includes your judgment. So, lead the way.
And don't worry. If you try to do something too stupid, we'll let you know.
Thanks.
At your service.
Yeah, so basically it's after the fight. Also, there's no longer the mini-map in the lower left corner.
What if I fail your test?
Don't worry. We know exactly how to deal with people who have seen too much. In fact, that's one of our specialities.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but
You
the
shouldn't
instructions
complain.
say that skipping
You're
dialogue
lucky that you
is
have
a
us
mistake.
evaluating you.
Because it may
The
cause
guys I
further
had-
bugs.
Andre and Yuri. Don't know which one was the bigger hard ass. When I suggested we rest after 3
Yeah, see,
straight
it's
days
no
on
longer
the
in the lower
road,
left.
Yuri called me a pussy and said a bitch like me would
Disappeared.
never make it.
Sure sounds like him.
And when I finally dozed off in the saddle on the 4th day, Andre smacked me in the head so hard I fell off my horse.
They sound charming. Can't wait to meet them.
I wouldn't be in a hurry
Yeah,
if I were you.
I guess that's
Where
what
are
it
they
had
now?
to do.
Killed in action. Both.
Halt! Who goes there?
Pox upon your half-wit. Can't you see these Imperial Guard?
We have
Forgive the
Imperial
fool, my lords.
Guard.
Welcome to
I
Ayleswood.
have a feeling we've already been
Who
through
is in
this.
charge here?
Our alderman lives in the third house on the left.
Yeah, no,
Thank
you cannot count. Because it's not the third house, it's the fourth. So 1,
Imperial officers.
Long live his
3,
Imperial Majesty.
and
The
that's
Emperor's
the
men.
fourth one.
God bless you, my lords.
God bless his Imperial Majesty.
Just a moment, I have a...
Quick, woman. Bread, salt, and victuals. My lords, I am Osip, the village alderman. To what do we owe the honour?
We've heard some interesting tales about these parts.
To put it mildly.
Good Lord be praised. I knew His Majesty would not leave us to these evil spirits.
Yeah,
Oh,
why would he leave us
thank
to
you, my
evil
lords.
spirits?
Thank ye. I thought we were goners for sure.
A choice. Get to the point.
Stop babbling and get to the point.
Aye. Oh, please, have a seat.
The table just appeared out of nowhere.
It's as if hell itself opened up, my lord. Men possessed
if I
by
left
infernal
click-
spirits are a...
You know what, we're gonna risk
You
it.
are-
We were...
But nay,
Tell us about...
I like to live dangerously.
How so?
and
Why was you look? Oh, yeah. The Devil's Hawk.
Those beasts...
I'm a...
Woods.
Let come to...
That's enough.
Huh?
Oh, you.
Was...
Aye.
Did they... One more question. Alright.
Clean.
Alright, I mean, we may have lost some of it.
Well then,
There has to be
We've already...
I'm more interested in that.
figure.
So we're gonna go for the witch. Which I guess is up this way.
Gentlemen, I
Nope.
require your assistance.
I already know what you're gonna be doing. I ain't interested. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Gonna let him be. I don't know why he's sitting in the grass, but I don't wanna find out. Off to the witch we go. Now those guys are still worried about the cart. Well, we haven't triggered their thing just by avoiding them. It's off to the witch. Wicked witch. And dialogue on frogs in 3, 2, 1. Frog dialogue. I'm getting worried now. So, you two want to know?
According to the Elderman,
there
the
we
witch's
go.
house should be up this hill.
I wonder if there's going to be a trail of breadcrumbs.
We'll find out soon enough.
The alderman painted quite the picture of this witch. Lush black hair and large supple breasts. Sounds like my kind of foul magic.
Aren't you worried?
About what?
That she might turn you into a frog.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I'll be alright. Besides, all you'd need to do is take me to a princess and have her give me a kiss.
That only works if it's true love.
What's not to love?
Right. Still, I think I'd rather keep you in my pond as a pet.
Glad to know I can count on you.
Don't worry. I'll feed you nothing but the finest flies and mosquitoes in the Empire.
Friend indeed.
So I guess that the long walk is done on purpose. So like, as you're walking the path, the dialogue goes by and you don't interrupt it. On the other hand, this feels like padding. And not the sweet kind of pudding, you know, just padding. Like, walking. I see the house. I see it. I see the bandits. Please tell me this isn't
The lady! They've come for the lady! Kill him!
Why? Well, the gunshot works. I only have one blow apparently. How do I... My allies! Please! You come and give me help. This looks like it's gonna be my hand. Oi, oi. Oi! Enough Verma blocking! Any of you wanna give me a hand? Too busy just now you're shooting. I see.
You won't touch the lady.
I'm dodging. There you go.
God save
They left me with like 20 of them and they just handled one at a time and just toyed with them. I'm like, there you go. Just play tennis with him. Also, why am I doing so little damage? Well, that worked.
Such dashing officers. To what do I owe the pleasure, gentlemen?
The pleasure is all ours.
Harry,
Oh my.
keep yourself controlled.
Take it
Harry.
away, Alex.
Right.
My lord.
Yeah, no, do not my lord me.
You don't seem all that broken up over the fact that we just killed your protectors.
Protectors. That's certainly one way to put it. And I suppose they had their uses. But as a woman living alone, I had mixed feelings about armed men loitering outside my home, particularly considering that I was given no say in the matter.
The villagers are under the impression that you bewitched these men.
Is that so? My, they have wild imaginations out here, don't they?
You're clearly familiar with these brigands. Who were they?
Familiar is perhaps too strong a term, my lord. They showed up outside my door 2 weeks ago, quite drunk, and declared their intention to have their way with me. For men with no apparent education, they were unexpectedly eloquent and verbose in describing their designs.
Did they hurt you?
They were quite certain in their belief that I would relish the once-in-a-lifetime experience they were about to bestow upon me. As you may imagine, I was not as thrilled at the prospect. So I inquired whether the locals had informed them of my wicked powers. They replied that they did not fear the devil's whore, as they so poetically put it. I noted their courage, but then asked whether they feared the devil himself. For would he not seek to punish those that dare violate his property?
What happened then?
Evidently, in their rush to grace me with their company, they had failed to consider that point. Some of them expressed doubts, which grew into concerns and eventually escalated into quite the debate. Once verbal arguments had exhausted themselves, they proceeded to a more physical way of settling their differences. I waited with bated breath for them to come to a consensus. Fortunately, the side that was against defiling me in ways that decency does not permit to mention finally prevailed. They resolved to make camp near the woods and ponder the matter overnight. I gave them a brew to calm their nerves, and had sincerely hoped that I would never see them again.
But they came back.
At the crack of dawn the following morning, I had feared the worst, but instead they dropped to their knees and begged me to call off the devil's servants. Naturally, I was quite surprised, but proceeded to tell them that they had nothing to fear, provided they would not let a hair on my head come to harm. In retrospect, perhaps I should have worded that differently. For after they had finished profusely thanking me for my mercy, they resolved to never leave my side, nor to let anyone else come near me. They had camped outside my home ever since, and had been quite diligent in collecting any stray hairs that fell to the ground.
Wait, what?
What caused them to have such a sudden change of heart?
They had been under the impression that the devil sent monsters after them for transgressing against me. Something about ghosts and wolfmen or some such. What it really was they saw that night, I know not.
So like the wolf-headed things.
The villagers say that you changed your appearance using sorcery.
Sorcery? Is that what the locals call the occasional bath and a touch of makeup?
No, they said you were once a grey old woman.
An old woman? I'm 24. Oh, good lord. How dense are these people? The grey old woman, she was my grandmother. She had lived out here all her life while I grew up in town with my father. She came to visit me a few months back, but unfortunately fell ill and passed away.
That makes sense. And how did you end up
How
out
did
here?
you end up out here?
My father passed away this winter. Unbeknownst to me, he had significant debts and had mortgaged our house twice over. I have no other family, and when the creditors came calling, I had nowhere to go. So I decided to come here, to Grandma's house. I summered here frequently as a little girl, so I know the area well.
Who was your father?
I thought you were too well spoken to be from around here. Who was your father?
He was a merchant, and I his only daughter. Of course, he strove to give me the best education he could. And in addition, I had learned a good deal about herbalism from my grandmother. Considered perhaps taking up her trade.
What happened between you and the locals?
Yeah,
Why did they think you're an evil
Master,
witch?
there's something that just
I
doesn't
arrived
fit
here at
right.
night, and the following morning went down to the village square to meet the residents. I'm no stranger to attention, but out here my presence caused an outright commotion. All the men were tripping over themselves to greet me, but before I'd even had an opportunity to properly introduce myself, those harpies set upon me. They called me every filthy name I'd ever heard, and quite a few that I hadn't. Then they started throwing rocks and threatening to kill me. To burn me at the stake, to be precise. I had no choice but to run back here. I know not the reason that the women hated me so.
Oh, you don't know the
I
reason.
can
I
think
mean,
of a couple. Quite shapely ones at that.
Henry,
My
control
lord.
yourself, Henry. I mean, let's go with all
Jokes
of them.
aside, I'd cover up a bit if I were you. The locals' reaction is not at all surprising.
Their reaction is their problem, my lord. Every woman enjoys attention, and it's not my fault I attract more than
Yes,
most.
but they're gonna stone you to death.
I never know when I might meet a brave,
You know,
handsome
that's the
officer.
kind of stuff I would argue is more important. Not getting stoned to
Did
death.
the villagers harm you?
Or burned at a pyre.
Aside from a few bruises, no. Then these brigands showed up shortly
And
after,
now we killed them.
would let no one near me. Now that you have so gallantly dispatched them, I can only hope that cooler heads will prevail among the locals.
Yeah.
We should probably make certain that they do.
Should we?
Do you know anything of these monsters that everyone here is on about?
Only stories I overheard from my erstwhile guardians. Something about men with heads of wolves. Somebody digging up the graves at the cemetery. And that poor young man that was torn to pieces 4 days ago.
The Elderman didn't mention anything about that.
Yeah, so we can go ask about
I
the
dare
dead
not
man
pry,
without having to go to
gentlemen,
a
but
cemetery.
surely 3 Imperial Guardsmen are not out here merely for some local superstitions. Perhaps I may be of assistance?
Somebody has been spreading rumors blaming the Emperor for all the supposed horrors that have befallen these parts. Have you heard anything?
I've not been here long, but my so-called protectors mentioned something about a wise man. He's been opening the eyes of the oppressed, or something to that effect. In fact, that's how they ended up here to begin with. They were on their way to see him. I believe they mentioned he was in the homesteads near the Old Monastery.
Ah, I see. Now that's
I know the
where
place. A few hours' ride from here. Thank you for your help.
So,
At your service, my lords.
here's the thing, though. She says she had to run away, but she's got jewelry and quite a bit of it. And also, why did she come here? I mean, she could have gone anywhere else in the city, found someone to marry or something, and no problems with it. And her grandmother died. Where did she bury her? I'm not seeing a grave. I'm literally not seeing a grave. Oh, lady, where did you bury your grandma? I'd like to know where your grandma is buried. Just to check, you know? 'Cause, I mean,
How may I be of help, gentlemen?
the grandma. No, well, alright.
Thank you for your help.
Always pleased to be of service.
No, great. Alright, off we go. Do I not get a gun bullet back? No.
Well, she certainly seemed pretty easy, but I don't know if I'd go so far as the Devil's Whore. I wouldn't mind getting to know her a bit. Shame we're in a rush.
Seemed like a nice enough girl to me. And it's not exactly surprising that the local women aren't thrilled by her presence.
What is surprising is the dedication of the men protecting her. Something's off here. I've seen frightened men, but not like this.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's not about
probably,
fear.
What
but
Did you see her?
She's all right.
All right. If Alex and I weren't here, you'd be getting to know her a bit right now.
Oh, sure, I'd fuck her, but I wouldn't die for her. These men did the opposite. That's what I don't understand.
You've never seen a man give his life for a beautiful woman.
I have, and I've never been able to understand it.
Why do I even bother?
We need to find that wise man in the homesteads. But first, I'm curious about the man that was supposedly torn into pieces. Let's ask the locals.
now here's the thing. Actually, she said she gave them a brew to calm their minds down. But what if she gives them a hallucinogen? You know, like some mushrooms, some hallucinations.
They's coming back.
Careful! The witch likely taken their minds too.
You done?
Quiet, fool. They's Imperial Guard. They's trained to fight foul devilry.
Yes, we have the Imperial Guard.
You two. A man from this village was torn to pieces recently. Know anything about that?
Aye, my lord. The wicked beasts. They've torn his arms and legs clean off his body, they did.
So if we go to the cemetery
Who found
first,
his body? And where?
then it's cemetery
In the
Elderman.
homesteads near the Old Monastery. Some men from there brought him here.
All roads lead to the monastery.
First, we need to examine his corpse.
Where is he buried?
At the cemetery, my lord.
Grab a shovel and come with us.
I see. So they
But, my lord,
going
there's
to
wicked
the witch
beasts
first
there is.
makes it
That was an
quicker
order,
to go
not a
for the
request.
cemetery.
Aye,
Yeah,
my lord.
because maybe they assume we go to the
Okay.
witch first.
Someone has been digging up the graves.
The brigands?
Can't rule it out. They certainly seemed crazy enough.
I don't see any evidence of wolfmen.
Does that surprise you?
That grave over there, it's fresh.
Start digging, boys. Ugh, the smell.
All right. Let's try
I
to
know
figure out
already what happened to
him.
him.
I'm not
Like,
exactly torn
I,
to shreds,
I,
but
I have
still.
had this very same
Both arms
vision
and one leg
before.
separated from his body. The other leg is severely dislocated.
The alderman spoke true, my lord. No man could have done this. Only a beast of such
You know, the
strength.
other man spoke to my lord.
What do you
Doesn't
think,
make
Alex?
sense in this situation because we didn't
The
actually
soft
talk
tissue
to him.
around his joints
Also,
is
I
torn
am now
and
Super
shredded.
Saiyan.
His limbs
Look at
were
my
ripped off,
golden
not
hair.
cut.
Takes a lot of force to rip a man's arms and legs off.
We know there's no such thing as beasts or monsters. There must be a logical
Coming at this
explanation.
point.
I hope to God there is.
Specifically
Look at
because
his
they made it
face.
faster.
Covered in bruises, missing teeth.
Did you know him?
Aye, my lord. He was from our village.
Yeah.
Disappeared about a moon ago, I reckon.
Gentle
He clearly
boy,
hasn't been dead
wasn't
for that
he?
long.
Aye, my lord. They found him 4 days ago, they did.
Where has he been for that past month?
The beasts had him, my lord.
Yeah, sure.
None in the village know what they's wanted with him.
Right.
Did he have any enemies?
Enemies? Nay, my lord. He was a quiet boy. Never was in no trouble.
And yet someone roughed him up pretty well.
He was beaten severely before his death. By men, I'd wager.
That's the thing,
Look
Finster
closely
about
at his
it.
wrists
I
and
don't
ankles.
know.
Fresh scars.
Like, here's the thing.
Rope burns.
Someone must
Uh,
have tied him down.
It's suggested, but there isn't.
Pockets around
But
him.
it's also
Maybe he was
it's
robbed.
also it's kind of like fantasy Russia.
Something's in his boot.
So there might be. It's like superstition.
Interesting. Piece of paper.
And basically it's
with
like
scribbles.
wherever you believe
What
it's
does it
there
say?
or not, when you
I
see
can't make
it.
any sense of it.
Unlikely that he was literate. Whatever he scribbled on there made sense only to him.
If that. But certainly peasant scribbles are of no interest to us.
So what do you think happened to him?
You tell us.
He was quartered by horses.
Limbs torn from his body, rope burns on his wrists and ankles. It's true. No man has such strength. But a horse does.
Very good, Alex. I'm impressed.
But, my lord, why would a horse wish to kill a man?
We already
Perhaps he
went
was
through
mistreating
this
her,
once
was-
in a parallel
Aye.
universe.
Or maybe he didn't feed her proper and she got hungry.
Why are you?
Someone tied his arms and
These
legs to
people must
horses
be
using
drinking
ropes.
water from the marsh.
And then had him quartered.
Why? We didn't think of that, my lord.
Is this kind of like
Shocking.
what it feels?
We've seen enough.
I don't know.
Bury
being
him again.
Aye, my lord.
You lot need education. You need a school. You need some manner of critical thinking. Somebody bring
Brutal
us
way to
food
die.
here.
Who could have done that to him? And why?
Certainly not Imperial men. At least not in any official capacity.
Yeah, because in an
This sort of punishment
unofficial
is no longer
capacity.
practiced in the Empire. Not even for high treason.
Maybe it was personal.
A dagger in the back, a poisoned drink, an axe to the head at most. That's how one gets rid of a personal enemy. But to have a man quartered? What the hell is going on in those homesteads?
Really, they
I
need
take
to
it that's
send
our
a
next stop?
message or to
Yes.
lie about.
We need to find that wise man. I suspect he'll have some answers.
And now then I guess we move on to a save about the homesteads. Look at us go. Look at us jog. We're gonna be the very jogging best. Wait, what? Ah, it's literally drenched through, so you can read it on opposite. Off we go. War horses. You're back.
All right, let's go to the Old Monastery and talk to this wise man.
I'm tired of talking. I wish there was more action. Wait a moment. Let's go.
Lead the way.
Right, south to the homestead. Could I talk to him? I cannot. Perfect. I was like, and I'm gonna ask him if he wants to, you know, tell me more about the homestead, but apparently not. So right south. Now, on one hand, south is this way. Yes, it is.
Forward.
I'm gonna ignore you, merchant. Don't deserve my attention.
Where are we exactly? I've never been this far south before.
These lands were occupied by the Avlazar Empire for nearly 4 years during the last war, until our armies pushed them back across the Valessa River and all the way into their territory.
Right. That was 2 years
That's
ago.
true.
They taught us about that at the academy.
Did they also mention that shortly afterwards, the Avlazars crushed our army and pushed us back across that damn river?
They did. But they were careful to underline that we suffered that defeat because of treachery by some of our allies, and unfortunate circumstances. They stressed that no mistakes were made by our leadership.
Yeah,
Of
sure.
course. 4 years of war, 100,000 dead, and the border remains unchanged. Yet no one made any mistakes.
Careful there, Dimitri.
War is war, but this land is rightfully and historically ours.
That sounds like
Not
treason
sure
to
how
the
much
god
that
emperor.
matters to the men lying in the ground.
You are bordering on treason, Dimitri, and I would have you shot if it weren't for the fact that you might be right, and we are still not in the Imperium of Man where being right is a crime. So, count yourself lucky. So yeah, I'm riding south to the homestead. Ah, there we go, loading. Now the game will proceed to crash, knowing my luck. Loading. There's no dots appearing in the lower left, so I guess. I mean, I'm not going to touch it for a while. Just give it a couple of minutes where it can make peace with its own, its own gods or whatever. The game is in alpha. Yeah, they are more likable, aren't they? I mean, they have a good bond. Like, here's the thing. This game does have a good banter going on, but having a good banter doesn't really make the game. Like here, I guess it's again, it's in alpha. They have to do the fighting, they have to do lots of stuff, so that's fine. But they haven't got everything down. This is just a proof of concept, I guess. Please don't.
Lord, save us.
I don't want to fight.
The spirits. They slaughtered everyone in Haleswood.
Wait, what?
Now they have come for us. Oh, good Lord, have mercy. God save us.
We didn't
God
kill
have
anybody.
mercy.
Holy Father who art in heaven, deliver us from these evil spirits.
Stay back, foul demons! Stay back!
Is there something in the water? What the hell is wrong with you men?
Ye can speak.
Imagine that.
Then, you know spirits. Every man knows that ghosts can't talk to the living.
Aye. Ye are men. Flesh and blood.
Imperial Guardsmen.
Yes.
Yes. And we have some questions.
Kill them!
Yeah, no, but I really do not want to fight. Why am I missing? It's so precise. If I'm not aiming properly, it just doesn't matter. Also, the block isn't no, stay here. Need to get out of here. Come on, people, let me go. Also, I don't recharge bullets. I literally have just one bullet per fight, and that's it. Shift plus left does do much more damage.
This keeps getting stranger and stranger. The brigands at the village were out of their minds and attacked us in spite of the fact that we are Imperial Guardsmen. These seem to have their wits about them. Well, more or less. And attacked us because we're Imperial Guardsmen.
Yeah. How did they know we were in hell?
One of them screamed that we slaughtered everyone in Haleswood. How did they find out that we were even there?
Must have had a lookout. He saw us arrive and rode here to report.
Why did he think we were evil spirits?
How did we become evil spirits?
He heard those brigands yelling about it? In case you haven't noticed, there are more rumors than facts in these parts.
What do you make of all this?
The Imperial Guard is not universally loved, but at least we've always been feared. If that's no longer the case, we may have a problem.
We will need to bring
Let's check out the other
solution back
homesteads in
then.
the area. Hopefully this wise man is around here somewhere.
Unless we just killed him.
Doubtful. None of them seem terribly wise to me.
Why can't we play as him? He's got the intelligence to actually do things. So, and now it begins to investigate the nearby homesteads. And now we've got the mini-map back.
Rumors are one thing, but that certainly wasn't the welcome I expected.
It's not that surprising. Imperial control over these lands has always been strenuous at best. The people out here are nominally subject to the Emperor, but they have always had an independent streak. Multiple rebellions and uprisings have started right in these homesteads. I'm sure you've read about the more notable ones in history books.
I have, although they mostly glamorize the commanders that crushed the rebels, without going into detail about what caused them to rebel in the first place.
Oh,
You're in luck. You have the opportunity to ask them in person.
yes.
And who knows? They may even tell you before they cut your throat.
Can they be reasoned with?
We are the Emperor's men, Alex. His enemies are our enemies. That's all there is to it.
This looks like a burned place. So there's a lot of burned stuff here. Also, maybe they should either shorten the distances or speed up the damn horses. Because they went wide with stretches. But if it's a wideness of emptiness and void, then it's Not really a nice emptiness. Devoid of everything. Also, the hostess commands have changed again. Now if I just let go of W, I just stop moving. Game, I hate you. Ah, and also if I don't push the shift key, I'm... alright, now we're on game. Don't do it to me. Greetings! Anybody?
Alright, let's see if he knows anything.
Yeah, the only person in the entire place. An old man.
Hey, Gramps.
What you want, boy?
You're addressing an Imperial officer. Show some respect.
Fuck off.
You know we can hang you for that, right?
What do I care? Be dead soon enough anyways, boy. With or without ye.
Kill him!
Get 'em, brothers! These are our lands!
Seriously? How many more? You know what? I'm letting the bots. Yeah, so basically they just miss him. Yeah, so shift left click is the best way to go killing these guys. It consumes energy, which regenerates very slowly. It's fantasy Russia. It is whatever place you wish it to be. So 1 against 3. I'm like, sure. Seriously,
My lords.
why did I decide to give him a hand? You go there. Hey, poke at one of them at least. There we go, just killing them from the back.
Who's next?
So there's no combos. It's like... There we go.
Is there anything you want to tell us?
No.
In case you didn't notice, we just killed half a dozen men right in front of you.
Yes, it doesn't matter to
I'm
you.
old, not blind, boy.
And he doesn't care.
You don't care?
He's old.
Why should I? The wolves will drag away the corpses eventually.
You sheltered brigands.
You let brigands hide in your home and ambush us.
Let 'em? How exactly did you want me to stop 'em?
Why did they attack us?
They don't like you.
Well, you don't say. Why don't they like us?
Why don't you bring 'em back to life and ask 'em yourself, boy?
They didn't mention anything to you.
Mention? I thought those fools would never stop talking.
Fine. What did they talk about?
I don't know, I didn't pay attention.
Seriously? They mentioned the
Did these men
Emperor.
say anything about the Emperor?
Something about him being a worthless dog?
That didn't pique your interest?
No, I knew that without 'em.
Have you heard any rumors about monsters? Men with heads of wolves?
I have.
Any truth to them?
Heh, I also heard rumours that your mum can take 3 pricks at once. Any truth to them?
That's it. I'm killing this son of a bitch right now!
Relax, Nick. He's just an old man. Killing him serves no purpose.
Yeah, just let him live.
Struck a nerve, did I? Tell your mama says hello, boy. Or should I say, sonny?
We're looking for a wise man.
We've heard there was a wise man around here.
Wise? Oh, bigger fool I'd done never seen.
So you know who we're talking about? Is he the one trying to agitate men against the Emperor?
Trying? You boys didn't figure it out yet? You're about to have a full-blown rebellion on your hands.
Whose side are you on?
What do I care? Those fools will have their fun. They'll kill, they'll rape, they'll plunder, and then you'll hang them all, and nothing won't change.
You seem to know quite a bit about rebellions.
I done see my share, boy. The last one was around the time you were still shitting your pants. And the one before, when your daddy was still shitting his. They're all the same. As merciless as they are pointless.
Have you seen?
Have you seen this wise man?
I have.
What did he look like?
Let me think. He had black hair, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 nose, I believe.
You really are testing my patience.
What the fuck do you want from me, boy? He looked like a man, wasn't nothing special about him.
Is he from around here?
Is this wise man from around here?
No. Never seen him till 2 moons ago.
Do you know where he is now?
He stayed in a homestead just north of the Old Monastery. Then a few days ago he left, or so they say.
Where did he go?
How the fuck would I know?
Did his followers at least mention his name?
Of course.
And of course you don't remember. Old man memory, something like that?
What are you on about, boy? I'm not senile. His name is Jacob Petrovsky.
Well then, that's actually useful. Thanks, Grandpa.
Pleased to serve, my lords. Anything else I can do for you?
No, I think that's about it.
Good, then get the fuck out of my yard!
Seriously. We cannot shoot him, right? That's considered a crime.
Friendly gentleman.
Yep.
We've been to the homestead north of the monastery. Nothing of interest there.
You have? I
Well,
haven't.
except for those madmen who thought we were ghosts and tried
I
to kill us.
haven't been there.
Let's keep looking. There's got to be someone out here who knows where this Jacob Petrovsky
Wait,
went.
we went to that one? Is this another one of those I should have headed somewhere else first? Game. Did we head to a homestead north of a
The
monastery?
vast, empty Slavomir steppes. It almost feels like we're in a desert. Or lost at sea.
What are you, a poet?
These lands were never heavily populated to begin with, and were devastated by the war. They've only recently finished rebuilding. But you're right. It does seem empty, doesn't it?
The perfect place to hide and plot, with no one the wiser.
To the east are dense forests, but north, south and west, one could ride for days and not hit a major settlement. Just endless homesteads and the occasional village.
It feels like you could hide an army out here.
It's been done before.
So I guess this is the monastery. What remains of it?
Are these the ruins of the old monastery?
Yes,
What happened to it?
the Avlazars burned it down.
During the invasion.
Not initially. When we counterattacked and it became obvious that they would not hold.
What did they do to the monks?
The sisters. It was a women's monastery.
Oh boy.
While the Avlazars held these lands, they used it as a whorehouse for their armies passing
Oh
through.
boy! We're
When they
going
retreated,
dark
they took
fast.
the prettier girls with them. The rest, they stripped naked and crucified right along this road.
Oh,
Eugene
hell's
and I.
sake!
We saw the whole thing. From that hill over there.
You didn't stop them?
What could we have done? It was just the two of us on a reconnaissance mission. They had 10,000 men here.
Fucking animals.
That went dark, like from 0 to 1000 in like 5 picoseconds. Damn, that was dark. Hello, homestead number 2. Any more thousands of mobs to kill in the name of the Emperor? At this point, I'm not... Greetings! You're not cutting that piece of wood.
No, I told those fools not to go, and now they've come for them.
Good afternoon.
Lady,
Afternoon, my lords.
tell us what we want.
Where's the man of the house?
Is dead.
He's gone, my lord. Him and our sons went to follow that wise man.
No,
I
Master,
begged,
she's
and I
not
pleaded,
pretty
but they
enough to
didn't
be a
listen.
witch.
They left me all alone to fend for myself. The cause is more important, they said. I'm a simple woman and know nothing of these things. But what cause is more important than your own wife and mother?
Yeah, clearly. Listen here. Clearly, these guys aren't Italians, because you should never leave your mother.
Have you heard any
fend
rumors
for
of wicked
herself
beasts?
Like this. Like, seriously.
Aye, my lord. Folks swear they seen the devil himself. That he's come for us.
But has he?
He summoned beasts that are half man, half wolf, and is raising the dead from their graves. We've not long left in this world, methinks.
Some say that it's all the Emperor's fault.
Aye, my lord. My husband told me that this wise man explained it all proper good. But I say, what's it matter? We're but simple folk, what can we do? If the beasts take us, that's just our lot.
Who exactly is this wise man?
I never seen him myself.
I mean,
And
I'm
you know
half
his name.
thinking that's the
My
truth
husband
of
said
it.
a wench
Like,
can't be trusted
there
with
there
such
must be
things.
something in the
But he's
water,
not from round these
Masters.
parts. He appeared about 2 moons ago. I know not
Something
from
in
where.
the water.
And slowly,
The only thing that
people started
explains
coming
it.
to see him.
Men from around here?
Not only, they came from all over. More and more every day. But 4 days ago they left. And my husband and sons with them.
Do you know where they went?
Aye. They said they were going to Blagoyarsk.
That's where Vlad and Eugene went. With any luck, they already have him in chains.
No, with any
Do
luck,
you
they're
perhaps
dead.
think they may show mercy to my sons? They're simple boys. They know not what they do.
Vlad and Eugene show mercy. I wouldn't count on it.
What, my lord?
It's nothing. Never mind.
Why are people following him?
He made promises, my lord.
What sort of promises?
I dare not repeat such things to you.
Tell the truth.
Speak truthfully. We will not harm you. On my word as an officer.
I mean, I wasn't gonna hang her. 'Cause-
He promised that we wouldn't pay taxes no more, my lord. That we could keep all the food we grow for ourselves.
Yes, we call this thing anarchy.
And that there will be no more wars. That our sons will not be forced to die for the Emperor.
And then he took your sons to die for him.
They went on their own will, my lord. Me husband said there's a difference, but I know not what. What do I care why I never see my boys again? Oh, those poor fools. The Emperor's lot is to rule, and ours is to suffer and obey. Why fight against what the good Lord himself ordained?
Thank you for your
Oh
help.
boy.
My lords, I hope you stop this wise fool. But the boys that follow him, I beg you, show mercy. They're simple boys. They don't know no better.
That depends on how much they annoy me. I'll be honest. If they do absolutely nothing to
All
annoy
right.
me, well...
We've learned that this wise man is no longer here.
And we know where he went.
And we have a name. I think we're about done here, boys.
I wonder something. This Jacob Petrovsky had been holding court out here for 2 months. Men from all over poured in to join him. But the villagers at Haleswood didn't know a thing about it?
Of course they knew. They're protecting him.
So they lied to our faces. And this is no tall tale about some beast. They're protecting a rebel. High treason.
I don't wanna try it. We should hang them. Our target is this wise man, not the villagers. Oh boy. Like, on one hand, yes, the villagers did commit treason. On the other hand, killing them all would not, pacify spirits. But on the other hand, leaving them alive, and they might rebel further. So, like, there's a certain path to tread, and it's neither of these options. It's like, just find the Elderman and,
The villagers are a secondary concern. This
there's
wise
no
man
clear
is at the
proof on
center
who's
of all this.
guilty, but
Agreed.
somebody is.
At least we figured out what's going on out here.
Not quite.
Like,
No? This Jacob Petrovsky riled up the locals with his ridiculous promises, rumors of wicked powers and such, and all sorts of yokels, brigands, and vagabonds flocked to him. It seems simple enough.
Something still doesn't add up. Those men that were protecting the witch, it really did seem like something took their minds.
yeah, the witch did
You
give
don't
them
think
a
she's a
brew,
real witch?
No. But I know women. And there's something she wasn't telling us. Then these rumors of beasts and spirits. They're too persistent to be entirely empty.
So let's pay the witch another visit.
So we'll
Let's.
go.
But be on your guard. We don't know how the villagers will react to us this time around.
So if we have to kill more of them... We're fighting with wooden pitchforks.
Go! What do you think? Is there going to be another war with the Avlazars?
I'd hope
Of course.
What about the peace treaty?
We had a peace treaty before the last war. That didn't stop anyone. War was inevitable then, and it's inevitable now.
Inevitable? It's up to the Emperor and the Avlazar Sultan, no?
You think so?
They're the ones in power.
The Emperor is one man. As is the Sultan. To start a war, 100,000 men must pick up arms and march to their deaths.
But they
You
will.
really think that one man can compel 100,000 to throw their lives
Yes.
So what compels them then?
away? I have no idea. But something does. And whatever it is, it makes war inevitable.
It's literally.
Is
the
everyone a
thing.
damn poet now? Honor and duty to the fatherland. That's what compels a man to go to war.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they called it the last time.
I mean, society compels you to defend your nation and enhance your nation. And like, regardless of the situation, this is, yeah. The Sultan could be, like, I have absolutely no. This is a broken cart. Somebody killed a cow here, but it doesn't matter. We're heading back. But yeah, the situation isn't happy. Worse could be better.
My lord, ye's Imperial army, is ye not?
Yeah?
We are. But whatever you're thinking of doing, I strongly suggest you reconsider.
Werewolves, my lords! Werewolves! Beg help!
What are you on about?
Werewolves attacking the lumber camp! I ran as fast as I could. Beg help, my lords!
Where is this lumber camp?
To the east, straight up the road, an hour's ride. Beg
And here's
help!
the lumber camp
So-
from the...
You plot a rebellion against the Emperor out here, and then ask his men for protection when you need it.
Oh, beg mercy, my lords. We's wanted naught to do with this fool and his plans. We're simple lumberjacks, we is. Oh, beg help, please. My guy's
The
there.
face! His
It's a
face
trap.
is dead.
Possibly. What do you think, Alex?
They didn't have enough money. His story is too you know what?
If they wanted to lure us into a trap, they would have come up with a more believable lie than werewolves.
My thoughts exactly. Regardless, it's a risk we'll have to take. Whatever is at that lumber camp,
Like,
we have to see it for
They
ourselves.
didn't have enough money to give him
about the
eyes,
witch?
so they gave
We'll
him
deal with her
doll
later.
eyes, you know, those like tiny pebbles. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. It's werewolf hunting time. Do we have silver? Do we have a machine gun? If it's, you know, if it's the storyteller system werewolves from White Wolf and we're dead. Yeah, it's dark. Game. It's dark. Give me a light.
It's getting dark. Alex, grab a torch.
Is this like the inventory system? If you need a torch, get it from the...
Be careful. We don't know what's waiting for us in there.
I have a torch! Now I'm, Am I supposed to go there, or am I supposed to go there? What do you... The mini-map is frustrating. Because, yeah. Hello? Wolfsies? Wolfie? Wolfie? Press F to interact. Interact with what?
The fire is still smoldering.
Whatever happened here happened recently.
No?
That's a lot of blood. Where are the bodies? No one who lost that much blood could walk away from it.
Somebody decided to have a snack.
Severed arm. It's clutching something. Fur, it looks like.
Wolf fur would be my guess.
Seems reasonable,
Fake news.
given the circumstances.
Does it now?
No? Anybody here? Have you heard the good news of the God Emperor?
Alright. What the fuck is this?
Looks like a wolf's head.
No shit. Care to suggest a reasonable explanation why it's here?
Somebody put it on their head and then left it here. Yes? No? Maybe? The head. I mean, it looks more like a cap than an actual head. It's So why is there a ramp going? No, you two, listen. You cannot block me in here. I swear. Good boys. Now I blocked myself. Please, game, don't do this to me. And the game did it to me. Thank you, game, for being such a... Game, why? Game, why? Why, game? Alright. No, no, game. You know what? No, we're done. This is like, we're done. We are done. This is, no, we're done. We are absolutely done. So, the game is in alpha. The banter is nice, but it's in alpha. So the banter is nice. There's no battle to go about. If there were some funny moments, but it's still a buggy mess. So like again, the banter was very, very nice. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. But no, just wait until it gets a lot more hot fixes or stuff like that, and like for a free alpha thing, that's fine. But barring that, as a proof of concept, they have no battling, just the banter system. The banter system looks nice, and that's it. That's pretty much it. It's a banter system which looks nice for now. And I mean, the story looks interesting for now. But yeah, that's it. Well then, I guess see you all next time then, and have a good one. This was the Emperor's Own buggy mess in alpha for free on Steam. See ya all next time. Bye bye. Yeah, exactly.